The search warrant was for 123 Northwest 34th Terrace, but early last Thursday morning, police thought they were raiding the right house for drugs, even though the sign says 123 1/2 Northwest Terrace. The house occupied by Raymond Class, a button factory worker, his wife and 3 children, is really a duplex, and the address on the search warrant was for the apartment on the back side of the building. It was only 1/2 a number, but to the Class family, it has made a world of difference, and it was a night they say they will never forget.
And I realized it was the police, and they was telling, "This is the police, this is the police, hands up." And I put my hands up, and my son Edward was screaming, and they told him to shut up. They told him to shut up and to sit down. Like, you know, and I was facing the wall with my hands up, and they brought Junior with a gun on his back to the living room, and they forced me to lay down the floor face down.
The target of the search was the owner of the building who lives in the rear unit, 41-year-old Anthony Figueroa. Police say Figueroa had sold marijuana to an informant, and a raid on the correct address turned up a small amount of drugs. Miami Police Chief Kenneth Harms explained the raid this way.
I can't make this too clear to you that based on everything I have to deal with at this point in time, if you entered into the property, into the house at this point, and looked around, there was nothing really to indicate that it was more than a one-family residence, including the mailbox in the front, including the information on the tax rolls and things of that type.
Figueroa was charged with possession of drugs, although he says he had no knowledge of the drugs found when police raided his apartment. But to his tenant and neighbor, it's a different story. Raymond Class says he and his wife had to be treated by the rescue squad that night for hysteria. Their case is now in the hands of Carol King Guralnick, the same attorney for the recent widely publicized case of Nathaniel LaFleur, where police also raided the wrong address and left LaFleur allegedly brutalized.
He's never been arrested in his life. He's lived a truly law-abiding life. He was humiliated, embarrassed, and really afraid for his life. He was afraid that they were going to kill him, members of his family, that they yanked his baby right out of the crib to search for drugs, and they took that baby in their hands, and they had no business to ever touch an infant, such as that little one. And this man's constitutional rights were violated, and we're going to take it to the federal courts for some action.
Guralnick says it's undecided just how much Class will sue the police for. Miami police say they're referring the matter to the city's legal department. Cheryl Jones, Channel 4 News.